Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for September 30th, October 1st, and October 2nd. This is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, when I am doing the weekend readings, I will use my Rodley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will pull one from my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I am using now my, what is this, the Doreen and Grant Virtue, right? That's Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue, the Angels of Abundance cards, and of course my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for the overview, and this is the overview. So if you've never watched before, if you're not familiar, I do an introduction that I tag on all of the readings. If you want to bypass, and I hope you'll watch it just once at least, then just go right down there to the description, and you can then bypass this introduction. For this introduction, I will use my Waite Rider tarot cards, and I will pull one from my Osha Zen tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and just let whatever it is that needs to come through. Now, I have also had to update my computer again, and you know that usually creates some problems with my sound. I tested it, I checked it out, it all sounds fine, but you'll let me know if it isn't, okay? Okay, so for the weekend, let's see what we have here. We are in Mercury retrograde, but Mercury will be going direct, and it will be in Virgo. It's still in Virgo, and it likes to be in Virgo, so it will go direct on the 2nd of October. Now, we still have a 2-week shadow, retrograde shadow, so it is kind of like an extension of retrograde as things are trying to, revisit where it has already been through, and it's trying to get to where it needs, where it can go forward again. So retrogrades do appear to go backwards for however long it had to be. That was September 9th, I think, or September 8th. So for the, for the 22, 23 days, it has been going backwards. So it's going to take about 2 weeks at least, if not more, to get where it was before it went retrograde. But it is going to go direct in Virgo. It likes to be in Virgo. Virgo is an earth energy. Mercury likes to have communication. It likes to, it's about your electronics, but it really does feel very at home in Virgo. So that's going to be October 2nd. However, on the 30th, and while it's getting ready to go direct, it does slow down. So we have some slower energies with that retro, a lot of going deep into that karmic energy. Remember, this is a time that I feel, Mercury goes retrograde I think this year it will start its 4th time. So it goes 3 to 4 times a year. Mostly it's 3 times, but I think this year we're going to start at the end of the year a 4th, retrograde. However, when it goes there, I feel like Mercury retrograde likes to dig things up from the past. It likes to bring the past into the present. It's also, a lot of it has to do with, karmic resolution. Now, so we still have, like I said, that 2-week thing. However, September 30th, Mercury retrograde, it's at 24 degrees in Virgo, will be opposing Neptune, which is also at 24 degrees Pisces. Neptune and Pisces, very much the deep understandings, the spiritual understandings. And we are transitioning from, you've all heard about the age of Aquarius. We are transitioning from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. Pisces has a lot of religious connotation, and there's a lot of deep spiritual religious type of connotation with Neptune in Pisces, and something going on. So we could be hearing about something very interesting around the 30th of September in that mysterious spiritual realm, hence my background. Anyway, the 1st of October, we have Venus, which likes to be in Libra. It is opposing Jupiter, which is retrograde in Aries. They're both at 3 degrees. So when I first saw that, when I was looking at that, the first thing I thought of was just like two dogs. Okay, and I know they're not two dogs, but this is how these things come to me. So I saw this little cute, adorable little yuppie dog, tiny little thing, and this really big, I don't know, floppy-eared, I don't even want to know, I don't know if you want to call it a Labrador or whatever, just kind of this big, tolerant dog. So the little puppy in itself would be more your Venus in Libra. The big tolerant dog was your Jupiter in Aries. Okay, and I heard this little yuppie dog kind of like saying, "Come on now, what are you doing? You got to get things moving. We've been waiting enough for you. Get things moving." And and the other dog kind of listening, and then like, "Okay, I will." Take that as it will. I do feel like Venus in Libra, like I said, it's in opposition, so it is trying to prod, push, yap at Jupiter in Aries and trying to get things moving. Jupiter is the planet of enlargement and planet of good fortune. Aries, again, is that, the fire energy. Venus is relationships, very close relationships. In some ways, Venus can be very much harmonious. Libra wants to create balance. So it's like I said, I felt like little Venus was up against big Jupiter and just kind of nagging it to pieces and saying, let's get moving, let's get things going. So that would have been October 1st. So let's see. And then again, October 2nd, Mercury will be going direct. Okay, let's see what we have here, though, as the overview. And again, if you want to bypass this, go to that, the timestamp. Let's see what we have for the overview for what's going on in the world. Always remember, whatever's going on in the world, you still have to live your life. You still have to stay positive. You still have to, work and keep your vibrations on the higher side. The higher you keep your vibrations, the more you are like Teflon, and things just fall right off of you. When you want, if you're keeping, if you're miserable and if you're sad and if you're just kind of in a hard or tired mode, then that's what you really will be attracting. So let's see. Our first card we have is Judgment. That is a major arcana. Judgment can be on the harsh side sometimes, but after we face it, after we face the things that we have to face with Judgment, it actually clears things out. And again, I talked about Mercury in retrograde, and then even in the shadow of Mercury. So it's kind of like things have to be cleared out. Things have to be seen. Things have to be acknowledged. Things have to be, really weighed and measured. But once it's done, it's done. Okay? And, and then you can then move on with that. So we have it reversed. Reversed has a lot of energy to me. So this is a card to really pay attention to. Major arcana. So we have the 20. Numbers are very, very important too. Numbers can be used for dark energy or light. We use them for the light. So this is a 2-0. 2 has a crossroads. It has choices, also decisions. It could also be, coming together with a partner. 0 is God's source energy. Now, the interesting thing, these are Roman numerals, and it's a 10-10, transition, and that is something that Judgment does do. Now, we can look that the people, they're very vulnerable. They're naked. They're naked as a jaybird. But they're very vulnerable. Nobody wants to be naked. I don't want to be naked. But it's just basically bearing it all to higher power. And, a gray energies here. However, her hair, some of the hair does have this color to it. We do have this angel that's very, divine, heavenly angel. And, trumpeting in something that is, to move them. Now, part of them, I don't see any of them hiding. I see them really embracing the changes that come with Judgment. However, with Judgment, you do have to bear it all, okay? So let's see what we've got next. We have our Page of Wands. Now, court cards. This is where I go into all the cards, more or less, the energies. Court cards do have dual energies. Pages, underlying energy is Earth. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Money, job, career. Okay? Tangible energy. Now, this is also Wands energy. Wands or rods is our fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Passionate, burning, very determined. Now, you can also see that there's a little bit of arrogance in this person. Now, pages are very enthusiastic. Pages love to get into the mix of things. Pages are also bringing the herald's messages also. So this could be a new message. This could be something coming about with that work energy, that earth energy, plus that fire energy. I'm looking at him though, and I guess pages can be, feminine or masculine, but this is a masculine energy here. And, he stands very upright. He stands very proud in his finery type of thing. He has his rod. He has his head up. Now, whenever you see the Page of Wands in general, it does mean pages, like I said, means a new opportunity, something new to do with your work, job, career. But then however the wand or whatever comes on top of it is how you approach it. So this is just kind of like grabbing it. This is grabbing the attention. This is going for whatever it is you want to go for. And, again, there is this looking up. There is, it's kind of like I'm looking up. I'm not faltering. I'm moving forward. Okay. So this could be an opportunity for the world to really embrace and be very enthusiastic. But it's kind of like, again, too, once you've committed, the world, whatever the world is doing, whatever the universe is, it's like this is a commitment. This is a commitment, and it's like I'm going for it. Okay. Oh, so like I said, pages does have the underlying energy of earth. Knight's energy is fire, so that is the Wands energy. Like I said, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Queen's energy is water. That is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid and very emotional, very caring energy too. And then we have the King's underlying energy, which is air, swords energy, and that is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Thinking things through, very strategic, a little bit linear, doesn't necessarily see, doesn't want to really look at the other options, just really going for what he wants to go for. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Well, now we have the Page of Cups. So again, underlying energy, Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, money, job, career. So whatever this is, this has to do with, like I said, our earthbound energies. But now we have Cups, which is again water, which is again Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there is a quizzicalness to this. There is a not quite sure what I'm supposed to do, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. So while while the Page of Wands is very assured, the Page of Cups is kind of like, really? What am I supposed to do again? Well, okay, and also is feeling things very deeply. Now, I do not feel any insecurity here, but there is something new on the horizon. There is a new turning in the world energy, in the earth energy per se. It's going to affect us kind of differently at the same time. One of it's going to be like, okay, let's go do this. This is great. We want this. We have the ability. We have the, we are it. And then the Page of Cups is like, really? Really? What is this fish doing in here? And are you talking to me? So the Page of Cups, does have again the pages, like I said, will go after whatever this is. The Page of Cups is just going to kind of look at things a little differently. And again, it's going to be kind of like, really? Not quite sure what I'm supposed to do, but okay, we're in for this. We're in on this. Okay, let's go on and see, but I do think there's a lot of vulnerability with that Judgment. There is the Judgment does bring a new chapter, a new, section of the book, maybe even a new book in the series. And the Page of Wands and the Page of Cup, they're like, okay, we're committed. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. May not necessarily understand everything, but the Page of Wands is very much though, hey, I don't have to understand it. I just know. So let's see what we've got with Osha Zen Tarot, what we have going on with the Osha Zen Tarot cards. What do we have for the world? What do we, oh, okay, and that's another one. Now this card that has fallen on the ground is pretty unique. It's unique to Osha Zen Tarot, and it brings the master. It brings the master. So we have the moon energy where we know that we don't always know what we're supposed to know. So there is some faith energy here. This master energy, you know, what is a master? A master is someone that has experienced many things. A master is somebody that knows many things. The master could be, you know, is very connected with higher power, spirit guides. So whatever this is going on, there is a stronger energy that is guiding this. There is a stronger energy that is leading whatever it is that is going on the weekend. There is a stronger energy, a higher energy, higher power energy. And, you know, we have to look at him, you know, and we have to hope, we have to trust, we have to have faith. There is wisdom in his years also. So whatever this is going on, there's more going on than what we're going to see. Okay? Does that make sense? Anyway, interesting weekend as always. Interesting energies as always. The Schumann resonance has been back online. It hasn't really shown a lot of big white. It has been, you know, kind of the greens and the blues with a little bit of the streaking. So if something changes with that, and, you know, and even that in itself is kind of that, you know, we're all feeling like we're in this, you know, like time is ticking, and we're waiting. Anyway, take a moment, please, to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. I really appreciate your comments. You know, I always do. And, you know, this helps keep me encouraged by you liking and sharing. Okay? Okay. So why don't we go ahead and start our readings now? Hello, my Geminis, and how are you doing? Yeah, I know that Mars. Oh my gosh, but it's making you do things that you really it's pushing you. It's pushing you out of your comfort zone, but it's pushing you into things that you've only kind of wanted to do, and it's like, no, you're doing them now. You're doing it now. So, you know, whatever the outcome is, and that's your choices. It's pushing you to do things that you've only thought about, and many times over. We live our lives once, so. As long as you're not doing harm to others, or as long as you're doing it for the ultimate good for yourself or for others, it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, I do feel like there's a just reward coming. Maybe that we had the Judgment card, so your just reward is coming to me too. So let's see what we have for my Geminis. Higher power. What do you have for our Geminis? Now yours are all reversed. You tend to do that more than a lot of the other cards or the other signs, but all reversed. Strong stuff. Let's see what we have for my Geminis. First card is the Seven of Air. So 7 has the divine umbrella, divine intervention. Air energy is your energy. It is also Libra, and it's also Aquarius. And you know, Libra, we're in Libra season right now. Aquarius is quite strong. You know, with that Saturn, remember we have Venus in Libra too. She's feisty. She is feisty in Libra, you know, and with that opposition to, you know, what did I say, Jupiter in Aries, she's feisty this weekend. She's going, you know, she's just kind of speaking up. She's not staying quiet. Now, air energy, thought processes, making your plans, thinking things through. But again, this is like, you know, this is pushing. That Venus is pushing, that Venus with Mars, and, you know, well, Mars is in yours. Venus and Mars, very, you know, they're a strong, you know, they're a strong couple together. They're pushing forward. They are wanting some changes. They're wanting to, you know, they're wanting more out of life than what is there. Now, the Seven of Air does talk about things needing to change a little bit. But remember, you've got that divine overhead. You've got the divine, you know, umbrella making sure that where you're going or what you're doing is being really, it's really being, it's being sanctioned. And I don't mean sanctioned as in, oh, we're putting sanctions against you, but sanctioned for you. It's really having a divine push and saying this, instead of going this way, this is where we need you to go, or where I need you to go, or where whoever this is needs you to go. So there is some changes, there is some tweaking to whatever it is you were planning for. I kind of feel like there is this tweaking, you're doing the tweaking this weekend for what's unfolding for you next week. Okay? You're doing some tweaking, but it's all good. It kind of like makes things that much better for you. Plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. I don't really feel like it's poor timing. It's just that, it's not meant necessarily your timing, but it's, it's higher powers timing. And I do feel like that, like it might be like you might be wanting to wait a little bit more, but again, that Venus and that Mars is kind of saying, no, we're going to do it now. We're doing it now. Anyway, next card, reversed again, the Queen of Earth. So Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, all of those have lots of stuff going on with it. So there's pushing. That Earth energy is pushing things forward. Now we have the underlying energy of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, spiritual. But this is, this Queen of Earth means business. She's getting down to business. She wants her house cleaned or her castle cleaned. She wants people doing what they're supposed to be doing. So whatever this is, it's pushing to, we're getting down to business now. Okay. I want things done. I want things done. I want house clean. I know I'm getting into this house cleaning, and I know the Queen's not going to clean her house. She's going to make everyone else clean her house, but it has to be done. I kind of see her going through with the white glove and checking the door jambs, things like that. The Queen of Earth wants beauty. The Queen of Earth wants things regulated and put into place. Okay. But she doesn't really want people to suffer. So she is a kind queen, but I find when I flipped her over, a fierce determination to make things right and to, like I said, to clean house. It's time to clean house. Anyway, or clean the castle. Clean the castle. How's that? Thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So your last card here, the 9 of Air. So now, 9. So we have a 7, 9, 9, 7. 9 is, you wrap it up. Let's get things done. You've got everything you need. Air energy, again, your energy. The 9 of Air is just kind of like, well, what if I make a mistake? What if it isn't right now? Again, remember, you're being pushed. There's a divine energy pushing you to maybe be a little bit quicker, maybe be a little bit, do something more now, prepare more now. And you're like, but what if it's not the right timing? What if it's not? What if it's not? What if it's not? You're driving yourself crazy with the what if it's nots. Okay? The thing about the 9 of Air, it tries to tell you if you should embrace it. Don't even worry about that part. That's an illusion. Stop thinking so much. It's one of these things, stop thinking and just do. Okay? Stop thinking, just do. All right. So here it is. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. A self-fulfilling prophecy is when and remember, air energy, you put it out there, it's strong, is when you put out, oh, this isn't going to work, or you put out, I don't know that I can do this. You put that type of energy out, it comes back to you, and it doesn't work, or you can't do it. You have to, now I'm not trying to have it so that it's so, that you're doing self-delusion. We're not going to be self-delusional, but it is saying to you that once you start on a path, believe in yourself and believe that things will work out the way they need to work out. Okay? Anyway, the 9 of Air is it's just stop thinking about it so much. And I am getting that. Stop thinking, just do. Okay. Let's see what we've got, because that queen wants her castle cleaned. She wants things put away where they need to be put away. Anyway, let's go on here. John Holland, Psychic Tarot and Oracle. All right, so here we go. This is reversed. This is the Hanged Man energy. We have a 1 and a 2. So we have a 7, 9, 1, 2, 2, 1, 9, 7. 1, new beginnings. A 10 is a transition, and a 2 is choices. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? It's, it's which way. It's a decision. This is sacrifice. This is looking at things a little different. Like I said, this is the Hanged Man energy. But this is kind of going out there, putting yourself out there, and it's not an easy choice to do. And it's just kind of like, I know that I have to do this piece. I'm being pushed to go out there. Now the thing about sacrifice is that her sacrifice, feminine energy, you can see that with her, it actually was needed. It actually brings about better results. She is standing in this murky water, yet you can see that even though the waves are around her, she does not have any murky, her dress, at least her bodice of her dress, is not soiled, okay? And this water's, flowing around her. She is standing there, prayers, she's, supplication, she's kind of like, her hands are up. She is very, strong, she is very confident. I do love these. I always thought these were just clouds, but they're little flowers. The rainbow is blessing her. So it's kind of also, besides it being looking at things differently, look at it from a different perspective, it's also your sacrifice pays off. Your sacrifice is not forgotten. It is not forgotten. And, again, it's just, these two cards, they do this plays a little bit of a mind game, or, and this is also, did I do enough? Did I do what I needed to do? Did I do everything I was supposed to do? Well, with her, yes, you've done everything you were supposed to do. I feel like, no, whoever this is for, no, I don't think anyone could have well, maybe people expected you to do more, but I think you did what was humanly possible. Now, and whatever this is, though, but yes, whatever is humanly possible does not mean that it's not divinely possible, okay? So you've done what you can do. You put yourself in a position, again, sacrifice is putting yourself in a position where many things can be taken away from you. And it really, but at the same time, there's a divine guidance over you, and a divine, like when I talk about sevens, a divine umbrella. So whatever you've been going through, whatever the sacrifice has been, these two cards are, really the ones you want to look at. Things might change a little bit. You might have to go and, do something, well, I wasn't planning on doing that. But again, that queen wants things put away. The queen wants her house cleaned. So, stop staying in your mind so much. Again, sacrifice, not always an easy one. It's not always an easy one, but she herself, she stands strong, and she knows what she's done has been the right thing. Okay? And I do love those flowers. I do love the clouds being flowered. Here we go. Let's see what let's see what Angels of Abundance has to say for my Geminis here. So here we go. Here we go. Okay, this one is reversed. Dreams of abundance. Dreams of abundance. Okay, that's pretty. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Really good advice with that. It's one that I don't tend to do myself, but my Geminis, you should do that. Keep a journal and wake up And, if you have a dream, write it down. Some people do a lot of, I know, sometimes you're like, yeah, but it just wakes me up and I'm so tired in the morning. I know, but it gives you such valuable insight too. Anyway, let's see what crystal or energy we have for my Geminis for this weekend. So it's going to be an interesting weekend, my Geminis. Let me know what this is. Yeah. Don't let your mind play games with you. You've got a lot of things that you're being guided to do. Also, too, remember Mercury retrograde. This time period, the veil is very thin, and you've known about my mom, and she saw many things in her dreams. So, okay, let's see. Go on with that for my Geminis. What crystal or energies? And sometimes the sacrifice could even be just where you've been. I mean, many of us believe that we chose to be here, that we did a soul contract and said, okay, it's going to be rough. Okay, we're in. No, some of us want to renegotiate that, but okay, let's see what we have here. Golden Topaz, all about faith, wise action, perseverance, confidence. Golden Topaz. Alrighty, so my Geminis. Sounds like you're kind of being called to step up to that plate a little bit. Not always an easy time, but like I said, maybe that was part of your soul contract. Okay, take a moment. Let me know what this means to you. Also, go down here to like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell for notifications. As always, my Geminis, really know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.